Where is Padre?
I've been meaning to tell you. I don't know.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Season 8 of Fear the Walking Dead and talking about all the information we know about the season and the information from the showrunners, Ian and Andrew, and talking about what we can expect and what we know so far about Season 8. Guys, this is going to be doing another video today. This one's going to be doing another video for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Season 8 of Fear the Walking Dead, talking about the season overall, our expectations, and what do we know about it as of late. So, yes, Fear the Walking Dead Season 8 has definitely been a kind of slowly discussed topic right now in the Walking Dead community. There have been some minor, kind of pieces of info, but nothing too major. So we're going to get into some of the stuff that we can discuss for Season 8 and some of the stuff that we do know so far and kind of discuss some of the information. So first thing I want to go into for today is the article from Fantasized, which goes into apparently an interview that Ian and Andrew both had on Fear the Walking Dead Season 8 and some of the information they gave away. So, well, let's say this much. They did talk about Season 8, and they did mention a few things, and this is kind of what I'm starting to kind of gather from this. From what it sounds like, Season 8 of Fear the Walking Dead is going to start filming later this month, so they are getting ready for that. They're going to be filming in Savannah, Georgia, which is very interesting. We do know that Fear the Walking Dead filming is moving to Georgia, so we've known that for a little while now. But yes, Season 8 is not going to be filming in Texas. It's going to be filming in Georgia, which means that it's probably going to look very different. And that's one thing they go into in this article is that this season is going to be a very different vibe visually as well. They had also confirmed to us that we're not going to be in the nuclear fallout anymore, which I am so freaking happy that we are not going to be in the nuclear fallout. Now, one of the things about Season 7 that I didn't enjoy was the nuclear fallout, the way they handled it, how unrealistic it was, and everything in between. So honestly, hearing that is very, very refreshing, to be honest. That's an interesting word to put it, but that's the word I'm going to use. It's very refreshing, to be honest. So anyway, we know that there's not going to be radiation. We know they are filming in Georgia, and we have also heard now from them in this article that they're apparently telling us that it's a very water-themed season, okay? So, very water-themed. It sounds like it's a very, kind of on-the-water type of thing, almost like some of the stuff that we had back in Season 2, which is kind of interesting, which I enjoy that storyline, the Abigail storyline, so I would not mind that at all, to be honest. I think that would be very interesting if we kind of had a few episodes on the water and stuff. That would be really cool. We do know that the premiere, at least, is most likely going to be on that boat with Madison and Morgan, right? So we know that there's going to be a lot of, the stuff kind of on the water, on boats and stuff. Maybe see some walkers and stuff and attacking them. I think that could be really interesting. Also because it would be different from Fear Season 2 because we're dealing with villains here on the water. We're dealing with, they're the ones that have us captured on this boat, It could be very interesting, and I think it definitely has potential for sure. But they also said, which is the only other piece of info we have for this article, is that we know that Padre will be in Season 8, and we will find out 100% for sure in this season why they're stealing babies for this place, what their motives are, why they're doing this, and why Madison's doing this. So, that's important. That is very, very important, is to know, okay, so Padre is stealing kids, Padre is doing this type of stuff, but why are they doing this? Why are they taking kids? Why is Madison so scared of them? And why haven't they shown her where Padre is? Where is Padre? It's not in the nuclear fallout. It's obviously in a place that's, somewhat safe. So is it like some sort of islands? Are they working with the CRM? Is it the U.S. government? And they kind of go into that a little bit in this article as well, too. Does it have some sort of connection with something else in the universe, or is it its own thing? We'll just have to wait and find out. But it sounds like they're really setting this place up to be our primary location for Season 8, which, like we just said, is going to be filming in Georgia. So that's going to be interesting. Now, aside from this article, we also have news from, I remember, I think it was, Andrew Chambliss, who was on Talking Dead, and he had mentioned that we are going to get a Madison and Strand episode. It sounds like the showrunners, and according to Ian and Andrew, well, in particular, Andrew on Talking Dead, he told us that apparently they are going to be they're writing an episode right now that has a lot to do with Madison and Strand, and it's this season, and it's a big episode for the two of them. Now, I don't like that he said that because that kind of ruins the tension for Madison and Morgan on the ship, because obviously they must get out and she must see Victor. Like, obviously I assumed that Madison would get out. They wouldn't kill her right away, but it's still better to kind of be in the unknown a little bit, right? So, I don't know. That's one thing that definitely is kind of weird about that. But in terms of season 8, in terms of kind of like, what we know about it, we know that our characters are obviously heading in the direction of a safe location. We know that Morgan and Madison are, caught on the boat. We know that Padre will be shown this season, their motives, why they do what they do. And now let's talk about, okay, so what we know so far, that's all fine and good. Let's talk about what I want to see, okay? What do I want to see from this season? Now, the biggest demand I have for this season, and it's the one that I have a gut feeling they're not going to do. I feel like we're already kind of past this at this point, which is really, really, really aggravating, is will we actually pick up with when Madison drops the, what the hell was it? Like the torch or whatever, right? And, she, drops torch, and then basically, you've got, the fire that starts the stadium, and Madison gets saved and rescued and all that kind of stuff. Are we going to see how she got saved? Are we actually going to see how she got out of there? Because my understanding is that Padre saved her life, and they got her out of the stadium. But how did they do that? Did they use guns? Did they use explosives? How did they get her out of there in time? The walkers were like, right here. I mean, it's Fear the Walking Dead logic, sure, but it's still something realistically that I'm not going to accept if they don't show us, because I find that to be very cheap. Oh yeah, we saved you at that burning stadium. Like, why would Padre care? Why was Padre there? What were they doing? Why did they save Madison? How did Nick and them didn't see Madison when they were riding, or did not see Padre when they're riding their way out of there? There's a lot of things that is very plot hole-ish if they don't establish this. So I don't know. I would hope that we would see that. But again, are they going to bring back the location of the stadium again? Are they really going to bring that back? Or is there something else going on here? I don't know. But one thing is for sure, I want to see how Madison got out of there, because honestly, it's driving me nuts. Because we literally picked up episode 16 and she's just like in this room being interrogated. And why do I feel in season 8 that it's just going to primarily be Padre focused? Madison got out somehow, some way, and they just don't acknowledge it. That would be very, very annoying. So, I don't know. Again, that would be very frustrating. And a few other things I would want to see from this season. I want to see more of Morgan and Madison. I do want to see more of that, kind of pairing that team up, because I think it is very good so far. I also want to see, obviously how the group deals with Strand. I don't want to see them just, automatically forgiving him. He did a lot of psychotic shit. And obviously, he can't be let off the hook for that, So I would hope that we would see something like that for him this season. Also, maybe Madison kind of talk some sense into Victor a little bit. Would definitely be very interesting to see. But, aside from that, I just want Padre to be an actual good villain group. I want it to be threatening. I want it to be exciting. I want it to be, something good, because so far I'm not a fan of Padre. I'm not a fan of their initial kind of, first impressions, I guess. Stealing babies and stealing kids, and, it doesn't sound all that exciting to me. But again, we're going to have to see, once we see more of the season, where the story is actually going and what their plan is for Padre and what they're planning to do. Because again, they're not in the nuclear fallout. They're filming in Georgia, which means they're obviously getting some very different, type of sets. Because if they're not filming in Texas, they obviously moved to Georgia for a reason. They obviously are needing to spice up the show a little bit and have some really unique and different locations. So as long as it's good, as long as it's different, as long as it's, different from season 7, then I'm all for it. A season on the water a little bit, it sounds like, at least for those first couple episodes, sounds good to me. So Definitely let me know in the comment section below, what are your expectations for Fear the Walking Dead? What do you expect and all that kind of stuff? And what do you think about the information we have so far on Season 8? And how do you feel like it sounds so far? So anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you're new here, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Walk Review, subscribe, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.